Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games. And I know I said I wouldn't do this, that I only show war games and forex games on this channel, but I just couldn't resist. This game is just so good. I had to show it to you. Dead Roads Tournaments is a roguelike deck builder with car racing, which is just amazing. Now, I played the demo with this main guy, but I've unlocked a different character here, and the way you unlock new characters is very unusual in this game and exciting. We'll talk more about that later, so stay tuned. I'm going to be playing with Zoe, Hardock, Murdoch. I'm not going to read the text because you can pause and read it yourself. I've been told that you should speed this up, so let's speed this up. Not in how I speak, but just in what we show in content. Now you can pick a variety of different cards. Now Arsenal Zoe gives us a bonus for weapon damage, so these are cards that deal weapon damage. These are cards that allow you to move to different lanes. Now these numbers 1 to 5, what they do is they allow you to change the gear, and then that is the effect of the card you have. These two things, these cards, these yellow things allow you to ram or move back and forth in the lane. So this is actually a really good thing for us because she increases this damage. There are, for example, other cards that are focused a lot more on like moving and ramming than attacking. But what we want to do is we want to use this very first one. Now you can begin wherever you want. We're going to start down here and with our girl Zoe. And we have a gadget. Our weapon cards deal 2 condition damage more if you haven't played any weapon card last time. Well, that's not great because we're going to be playing weapon cards a lot. Now, all of these other peoples are essentially other characters that you could play with. And if you beat them, you're going to be able to play as them, which I think is really, really exciting. So if you want to try to get this guy, you might want to move through the bottom. Now, there's also something called skid deck in this game, which is very exciting. So essentially, the thing on the top is health, and the thing on the bottom is your energy. Or mana, which is what you're used to in roguelike deck builders. Once you run out of your energy, you're gonna jump into a skid deck, and the skid deck kind of like does a variety of different things. What exactly it does kind of depends on like what are your cards in the skid deck. You get like a random set of cards from that skid deck. But the really cool thing here is that sometimes the skid deck can be quite helpful because it actually might allow you to like deal damage to enemies. So I'm gonna move 1 step forward and change my gear, and then actually I can't use my dead spray because it only aims up. Oh, I didn't. Okay, I messed that up. So the difference. So this wasn't actually. Sometimes you can move forward. This one actually was only what it does was like hitting forward. So I don't actually have a way. Well, actually I could go 1 down. No, that's not the right card. I could go... Ooh, I can't even go down. Oh man. Okay, so we're gonna have to change our gears to 3, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. And then we can draw new cards. So that's actually pretty helpful. Now I need to get 1 forward. I believe this does move me forward, yes. And then I just don't have enough energy to use the diagonal attacks. That didn't work out so well for us. We just couldn't get the movement to get there, but that's okay. We'll kill it next turn. So they're hitting me with a laser attack. So I took some damage, obviously, but that's okay. And now it's our turn. So we're gonna start shooting, and we actually do 13 damage. So 10 is basic, and additional 3 is from our bonus attacks here. Next, I could try to either ram into it with this ram's vine, or I could move up and then use my double barrels, which is what I'm gonna do here. And bam, gone. Now, a really cool thing in this game is that when you kill an enemy, you can actually get their one of their like components. But you gotta be careful because it will substitute some of your components. So for example, instead of the diagonal attacks I've just used, I could get a card that allows me to just attack immediately above it and beyond. This is a really good card if you have a vehicle that's focused on ramming. Because with, or like a movement up and down, because with the movement up and down, those are the blue arrows, you can hit the enemy above you or below you, and this allows you to do the same thing with the weapon card. This is also really interesting because this gives me plus 30 max HP, so I'm actually gonna grab this one because I think that's really, really cool. The last one on the bottom was also interesting because I believe it allowed you to shoot and then move, which is actually pretty cool. You're also able to escape, so if you meet an enemy that you think is a little bit too difficult for you, you have the option to run away. Now, right, this is actually really bad for us because I don't have a good way to shoot behind me. So I need to like fall backwards immensely. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna change. Oh, I can only change my gear to 2 here. Okay. I'm gonna change my gear to 2. And then I could try to fall back once and then again. Okay. And now I need to go down and fall back once more. Or I could just go down and start ramming into him. I guess that would work as well. But if I could move one more step forward back, then I could use this double barrel and actually have just enough. I don't have just enough energy for this. Because this cost me 3 and that cost me 2, and this one can only allow me to shoot up. So instead we're just gonna ram into this thing a little bit from the top. Now at this point I have a choice. What I could try to do is use a card like this, even though it doesn't actually shoot anything, to move myself into a skid deck. And that's actually what we're gonna do, because with the skid deck you can get a card like this where you can actually hit the enemy on your own. Now you can get some bad choices with the skid deck as well, but it's not always a bad idea to jump into your skid deck. Now the problem with the skid deck is that it used up some of my energy, so I don't end with the next time with the full energy, so that he can put me into a skid deck a little bit faster. But that's good. So we're gonna, no, actually this would only, okay. So what I wanted to use this for is to move backwards, but that wouldn't work. I'm gonna move back 1. And I'm gonna use the SMG burst to hit it, and I can straight up kill it. Alright, what can we get? Ooh, this is interesting. This is a lot more movement than I have. But is it worth it? What is this? I do kind of like this. It's only 1 card though, so that's like the disadvantage. It's not 2 cards, but it does give him some kind of burning. So let's just try to equip it and we can see how that works. That I think could be of interest. Ooh, and we can maybe meet that guy. Now here I can choose to get scrap, or if I think I have enough scrap, which I absolutely do not have, I could go and try to like repair the car and pay scrap for that. But we don't have enough scrap to do that, so we're just gonna move to the bottom. And let's try to, well actually we can meet up with him because he's moving to the bottom. That's a bit unfortunate. And there are a lot of enemies here, so it's gonna be an interesting one. They're all kind of tiny, but there's a lot of them. Nice. But I could kill the one on the top, so that's great. Now I need to get myself down twice. So because we moved to a different lane, we actually do get to move backwards, which is super helpful for us right now. I have 3 more energy, so I'm actually gonna hit the thing behind me as well. And again, we'll move ourselves into a skid deck, but I'm fine with it. And we'll see what happens next. So far we're doing pretty good, guys. I am pretty happy with our results. Ooh, he's running off the map. Now this just means that the lane will change. Sometimes there'll be like a skull symbol and the like road changes or it gets destroyed, and you want to be real careful about that. Because that means that if you stay on there, you will die. So just maybe don't let that happen. Okay, we're gonna start hitting behind ourselves. So this only does 3 damage, so it's not super a lot. But I guess it's something. Oh, this is not good for me. I need to move down and change gear, but I can't do both of those things, which is a little sad. I guess I could change gear. I'm gonna move myself into a skid deck. This is typically not the greatest idea if you're on the lowest lane, because if you try to move down, you will take damage by hitting this sort of rail or whatever that is. So you don't generally want to do it there, but... Ooh, interesting. We need to go back twice. I'm still on a... I'd love to change my gear. Yeah, let's change it to 2. So we could get... Yeah, because then with this, I could use a double movement back and actually do damage. Oh, it moved into a skid. I was hoping it would stay so I could keep attacking it, but it's like, nope. I could move backwards twice and hit it again. Now I just need to hit it one more time. I'm not at 5 gear, so this would just allow me to move forward, which is pointless. I'll risk the skid deck just for the hope that maybe I'll hit backwards. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, what do we get now? Ooh, plus 10 HP. So this thing, it affects like your... No, this is giving you block. So if we take damage, we're going to be allowed to block. But this is bad. This blocks your engine, which means that you won't be able to move. So we definitely do not want this. This looks exciting, but the problem with this is it doesn't actually allow me to move. It's well, it's a little confusing, but I think this is just hitting, not moving, so we don't actually want that either. I do like the exhausting tech, but I also like having things that hit in front of me. So I'm going to collect this, but I'm not going to equip it. And I'm going to sell it at the next like shop or whatever. Just to see. Okay, so we got another one, set of these tiny ones. So let's just hit behind me. So it does actually seem like it's looking at the last turns, like this +2 damage based on like the last combat, I guess, because it didn't give me the bonus, which is what I would kind of assume it would do. Now I need to change my gear to 2 because otherwise I'm not unable to hit back. And I still can't really do anything here. Do we want to move ourselves into a skid deck? I think we do. Just sort of on the off chance that we get something good. No, okay, we move down, that's not good. Could we move up? Now we move backwards. Can we move up now? No. Come on, move up. Yes, okay. So this is the skull what I was talking about. If someone stays on this lane, at the end of my turn, I believe, you're dead. Well, actually, are you straight up dead? Yeah, this will just kill anybody. Okay. He's not 3 in front of me. He's more than 3. No, he's 3 in front of me. Okay, so I could use the SMG burst on him. I'm gonna move up to destroy that. And I'm gonna start hitting behind me. And give myself the block for protection. Oh, I was waiting. So this is definitely a situation where you absolutely do not want to be in a skid, because if you end up down there, you're just dead. So this is definitely one of those where we're like, we're not gonna go into a skid deck, we're just gonna take another turn, that's fine. But you take the damage, because otherwise we'll just be gone down. Yeah, but we should be able to destroy it pretty easily now. I have the hot wings, which allow me to shoot sort of like that behind me, which is great. Then I just need to move 1 up and I can kill the thing in front of me as well. So we can just use the SMG shot. Bye-bye. Amazing. Doing pretty good. Ooh, I don't know what this is. I'll grab it just to see what it is, because it looks kind of interesting. We can actually jump into the garage and we can like read about it. What is the thing that I just got? Did I straight up equip it? Yeah, what does this do? Oh, I think this, oh, so this, ooh. I think this means that it attacks everywhere around me all at the same time. Okay, well, we'll try it. It looks, I'm gonna try to use it, even if it's not maybe the best thing for the combat, just to see. But I think it means it just hits everywhere around. So how would I get there? Okay, I don't have the thing on me right now. Okay. So we'll just move one down, and then we'll use the SMG shot on the thing in front. I'm gonna try to redraw, just to see if I could get maybe another attacking card. It's not quite what I had in mind. I don't necessarily, actually I think we just want to move away so we're not immediately adjacent to anybody, because they have a lot of these attacks that would just do a lot of damage to us. So I think we're just going to stay out of the way and make them at least have one move, like take some energy to just move towards us before they can actually hit us with things. Yeah, otherwise it would have taken way too many of these. That one seems to be staying in a really bad position. Okay, so the Berserker... Okay, so it is a choice. I thought it meant that it's going everywhere, but it is actually a choice. But it's a really cool thing because we can ram anywhere we want. So this is, it hits into the final lane, so it just got destroyed. That went well. And what is this high guard? So this would have given me block if I had a higher gear, which I don't have at the moment, but I can set it up for the future. And we'll do another ransom attack behind us. Okay, amazing. And I think with this victory, it's actually a good time to end the episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, write down in the comments. And you can click on the right to watch some other game that we play on this channel. See you there. Bye bye.